Tonight, we are tracking the deadly flooding emergency in Kentucky from that huge winter storm system. At least 8 people killed by the rising water. Emergency crews launching more than 1,000 rescues. And nearby, a levee break, forcing people in Tennessee to rush to higher ground. 4 confirmed tornadoes touching down in 3 states. Plus, the impact on travel. Thousands of flights delayed or canceled today alone. We are tracking all of it. We are coming on the air with emergency crews racing to rescue people trapped in devastating flooding in Kentucky, where at least 8 people have been killed, including a mother and her 7-year-old. Their car swept away. You can see what the torrential rain has done to neighborhoods all across the state. At least 1 hospital evacuated. Nursing homes, too, according to officials there, with more than 1,000 rescues already. Because of scenes like this, you can see from above water flooding the street. And just across the border in northern Tennessee, a levee failure. Look at that. And flash flood emergency. Tonight, airports seeing hundreds of flight cancellations and delays. And now officials are bracing for more wind, sleet, and snow in the week ahead. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Shaquille Brewster on the ground in Kentucky.
Tonight, historic and deadly flash floods slamming the South.
We have lots of roads that are closed due to flooding.
At least 8 dead in Kentucky. Fears that number could go up. More than 1,000 rescues, crews racing to save people stranded in rising waters. You can see the scope of the damage in communities across the state. Entire neighborhoods wiped out and underwater. The governor today declaring a disaster emergency.
This is one of the most serious weather events we've dealt with in at least a decade. Stay off the roads. If you hit water, turn around. It's not worth dying.
Power out to hundreds of thousands across the region. The devastation hitting Tennessee, a catastrophic situation unfolding in the northwest part of the state after floodwaters overwhelmed the levee pouring into this community. Rescue crews rushing resources to the area.
The water's coming down pretty quick and getting pretty high.
Neighborhoods from Tennessee to Virginia underwater. Some places getting nearly 8 inches of rain since just yesterday. And it wasn't just the floods. 4 confirmed tornadoes across the South, too.
Got a pretty large tree that fell on a house.
And our George Solis is in Florence, Mississippi.
Now you can see where the tree snapped here right before it fell onto the roof of the home, and fortunately, the homeowners were unharmed.
A different story, though, in Atlanta, where wind gusts got up to 70 miles an hour, a tree there falling and killing a man in his home. In northwest Alabama, a massive cleanup is underway after gusts tore through buildings and power lines.
You see behind me, roofs are blown off. Most of our buildings downtown. We lost one of my middle school, R.E. Thompson. The roof blew off a bit.
Back in Kentucky, officials already bracing for the next threat.
We're going to get hit with more snow again while we're still dealing with this flood situation. It's going to be significant.
And Shaquille Brewster is joining us now from hard-hit Kentucky. And Shaq, a federal disaster declaration is now in place for the state?
That's right, Hallie, and it opens up federal funding and FEMA assistance for areas like this that have been impacted by the storm. And it's also notable because President Trump just recently said that the agency could, quote, go away under his leadership. Hallie?
Shaq Brewster, thank you. This storm now creating flight delays in some spots. Maya Eaglin is following that for us at Newark Airport. And Maya, problems tonight as people brace for what's ahead the rest of the week, right?
That's right, Hallie. That severe weather is having a huge impact on airline travel. Today, more than 8,000 flights were delayed across the country and more than 1,300 have been canceled. Most of those are coming from airports in the north, Boston Logan, LaGuardia, New York. And that's because these airports are having a really hard time dealing with the intense winds, snow, and ice from this weekend's storm. But another system is brewing in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to make its way across the country, hitting the Central Plains Monday and the Northeast by Wednesday, with the potential to bring freezing rain and heavy snow. Hallie?
Maya Eaglin, thank you.